folks, it's the return of true journalism with none other than the amazing Brigitte Gabrielle with news you can act on at a very special time of the year. Hello, Brigitte.
Hello, Brent, and what a wonderful time of year. You know, Christmas is my favorite time of the year. My house is decorated, the Christmas tree is up, every room has red flowers in it, and it's such an amazing time when we get together with friends and we celebrate the birth of our Jesus Christ. And what most people don't realize, in the hustle and the bustle and everybody is out shopping and buying presents for their loved ones, is Christmas, this holiday season, is actually what defines us as a nation. We are a judeo-Christian nation founded on judeo-Christian principles. We are a majority Christian nation who believes in the birth of Christ as the Savior of the world. We sing our Christmas songs. We go to our churches. The majority of Americans love to celebrate Christmas. And if you listen to the mainstream media and if you listen to the news, you would think, Christianity is almost non-existent in America today. They're trying to change America. They're trying to transform America. But you and I know that no one will be able to take the Christ out of Christmas, and no one will be able to take Christmas out of the United States of America, because we as a nation come together during this season, get together for parties, whether people, are celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ or not. Even, companies have holiday parties. They call it the holiday party, but it's a season for everyone to come together, hug each other, wish each other happy holidays. I wish they would say Merry Christmas, but I understand that there's a lot of people who do not share our Christian faith, but we can still say Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas. This is such a special time of year, and I tell you, I am so concerned about America. I've never been more concerned about our country right now, Brent, than I am today. Christmas is under assault. Christmas is under assault from all directions. Our faith is under assault in this nation. Our faith is under assault. We are now facing Marxists, socialists, communists who despise us because we are Christians, who despise our faith, who mock us, mock our holidays, want to transform the country, want to change who we are, and they are working night and day to stop us from celebrating the reason we are and we come together as a nation. And that's why our work has never been more important than it is today. And that's why we come together and remind each other, especially during this holiday season, that while we run around and we buy presents for our loved ones and we go from store to store and we get on our computers and go on Amazon and this Black Friday and Giving Tuesday, and Giving Tuesday kicks off the season where everybody is giving and shopping and doing all that stuff, we cannot forget our beloved country, America, and all the blessings this country bestowed upon us. Because without the blessing of America, because without the freedom that we have, we will not be able to have the prosperity to be able to go out and buy the presents for everybody that we love and our friends. So today is a reminder why giving to preserve freedom is so important. While you run around and buy the presents, do not forget America and the price that America paid to give us all the blessings that we have, all the generation that came before us, to give us the freedoms that we have today. So today I urge you, if you care about freedom as much as I do, as much as Brand does, and preserving America, and preserving our Judeo-Christian values, and preserving America, which was founded on Judeo-Christian values, I urge you to go to actforamerica.org. actforamerica.org, and stand with us and help us fight for freedom and support the work that we do. Give the gift to preserve freedom this holiday season. Go to actforamerica.org and stand with us.
You sure are right, Brigitte. A lot of people that come against our holidays have no problem celebrating them themselves, even Christmas, But
That's
the reality
right.
is that one of the things that makes the American Christmas experience what it is our Constitution, the freedom of movement, The freedom to build wealth, the freedom to purchase freely where we want to purchase from, to travel where we want to travel unhindered without having to stop and show your papers like they did in Germany. We know that as we speak, there are measures underway to demand vaccine passports and travel from state to state. A lot of people are waking up to the travesty of the deception that was used to kind of give a test run to socialism and communism in terms of restriction of movement and restriction of even buying power or even going to work. And so, folks, the very things that we vicariously enjoy during these holiday seasons, the freedom of movement, the freedom to not be stopped without cause and have to show our papers, no matter how much they want us to, Brigitte, we still have those freedoms and we still can fight for those freedoms. And you can fight for your freedoms today at foramerica.org on the link at the bottom of your screen.
Exactly, Brent, exactly. And you mentioned about the freedoms that we have and the abundance that we have in this country. I remember when I first came to America and I went into a grocery store and I walked down a cereal aisle where you have 25 brand of cereals you can choose from. I come from a world where you are lucky if you find one or two brand on a shelf to be able to even buy cereal in my country of birth, Lebanon, where I was raised. You walk into Home Depot in the United States, you want to buy a hammer. There are 15 different types of hammers you can choose from. You want to buy a saw. There are 15 different types of saws you can choose from. You go into a store. You want to buy a suit. There are endless racks of different types of suits and colors you can buy. The abundance that we have in the United States, people take it for granted because most people in America have never had to live outside of the United States. And even if they traveled, most Americans have traveled only to Italy to enjoy a little vacation or go to Paris or go to these exotic locations, big cities around the world that are very similar to America. But the rest of the world, the majority of the world, does not have the abundance that we have. I remember with my family growing up, we only ate meat on Sunday. And that was either meat or chicken, anything protein. We only ate that on Sunday because we could only afford to eat literally a little piece of meat, maybe 5 ounces of meat that was on Sunday that my mother would cut and would cook in a stew that would be left over for Monday and for Tuesday. And we rationed it out, and the rest of the week we ate vegetables because meat is so expensive. We take it for granted in this country that we can go into the grocery store and buy whatever we want. You want to buy meat? There are multiple meat products that you can choose from, and different ways you can choose from in the grocery store. I didn't grow up with that luxury, so I never take it for granted what we have in America. And this is why we need to protect our country. When I was watching the news this year, this year, 2022, who would have thought that we're going to have mothers, new mothers, searching for milk for their babies on the shelves of the grocery store and not being able to find it, formula. Look, I had a new grandbaby this year, and so my daughter was searching from store to store trying to find formula. Since when in the United States we go store to store to trying to find baby products so we can feed our children? Not in America. This stuff you used to hear about happens in Russia or happens in China or happens in Vietnam or happens in the Philippines or happens in Lebanon, but not in the United States. So we are seeing our freedoms being eroded, even our freedom to choose, our freedom to be able to go buy what we want to buy. Now, I know those of you who are watching me right now, I do not know whether you are a man or a woman. I do not know whether you are an investor or a mother, a homemaker. I do not know if you are a janitor or a CEO. I do not know if you are a retired person or you are an investment banker. But what I do know is that no matter who you are watching me right now, every single one of you has been affected by the inflation and what is facing our country right now, to a certain degree. If you are wealthier than others, it may not have affected you a lot, but it certainly had affected your investment. So it doesn't matter whether you are rich or poor in America right now. Every one of us has been affected by this economy, by the Biden administration taking a wrecking ball and destroying our Constitution and trying to wipe out our Constitution and transforming the country. Obama said when he started to run back in 2007, before he even became president, that he wanted to transform America. Move to today, and you are watching America completely unrecognizable almost in our eyes. Those of us who love our country, they are wussifying our military. They are brainwashing our students in schools, our children. They are telling them you can have transgender hormones and we don't even have to notify your parents. They are telling the kids they can even have surgeries and change their sex. It's amazing what's happening to the country. Our police are under attack. Crime is running rampant. If you don't think this affects your life, it does affect your life. We need to wake up, and we need to wake up now. So while we are running in this hustle and bustle, do you know, Brent, for the first time, I was running out yesterday to buy Christmas presents, and I was running out late because I'm having an event at my home this weekend. And I was concerned. I did not want to go to the stores or to the mall late, 6:30, 7 p.m. after it is dark, because I was afraid that there will be a shooting or a crime. Now, since when do we Americans have to worry about, should I go out at night to the mall? I mean, we're hearing about shootings, we're hearing about attacks. I don't know if it's safe to go out now. I'll leave it till tomorrow. I'll go tomorrow afternoon and run my errands. Since when do we in America think like that? But that's where we are. And that's why we at Act for America are doing everything we can to protect the country. We are doing Stand with the Police rallies nationwide. Last year we did over 150 Stand with the Police, Stand with the Blue rallies nationwide. We are working on bills to protect the country. And we need your support. This next year, as we are watching America stand on a cliff, we need your support to fund the wonderful programs that we are doing nationwide. So I urge you, if this message resonates with you, to go to actforamerica.org, actforamerica.org, and stand with us and help us fill the Freedom War Chest so we can fight for our country. And our goal this month of December is to raise $200,000 before the end of the year. We need that to go towards mobilizing grassroots in different counties across the country so we can start rolling out our programs to make sure our communities are safe. Fighting crime is our number one concern right now, because no matter what state you live in, no matter what city you live in, no matter how big or small, we are seeing the rise of crime nationwide and the attack on police. Stand with us. Go to actforamerica.org so together we can stand for freedom in the United States.
You know, Brigitte, a lot of people don't realize that this is planned inflation. This is planned food shortages, folks.
Yes.
The leftist regulations is what led to the baby formula crisis. The increased, sudden leftist regulations that made it impossible for all those ships that were off of our shores. They were not able to be unloaded. It wasn't a shortage of drivers. It was new regulations from this administration, folks. But these are planned shortages, folks. And you know what? There's only one thing standing between you and communism, and that is the freedom we have to make a change, to get behind organizations like Act for America. There's no other organization like Act for America that is fighting for you. We don't have a Soros. We don't have a Ted Turner. We don't have Hollywood backing us, but we have good, red-hearted, red, white, and blue true-hearted patriots that support Act for America. You know, Brigitte, it's almost the end of the year, and everyone out there needs a tax deduction. If only 400 people, Brigitte, 400 people were able to give a tax deductible $500, that's $200,000. We've already met our goal there, folks. We know that you're watching, and we know that you are acting and standing with us. Act for America does get results, and we're pushing for that, to build the war chest, $200,000 by the end of December. I know that we can do it, Brigitte. You know, there are organizations a lot less worthy. There are leftist organizations have no problem raising money from people who have no idea that they won't even be able to spend like they did before. They won't even be able to travel like they did before. They won't even be able to go to their Starbucks like they usually do if they don't have the freedoms they currently have. You know, during the holiday season, people love the spirit of Christmas. But what the true spirit of Christmas is, Brigitte, is the spirit of giving. What better thing to do than to give to each other the gift of freedom? when you stand with Act for America. Go to actforamerica.org right now and be a part of those who build this American freedom fighter war chest today.
Exactly. We are building the Freedom War Chest to fight to protect America. And look, Brent, in the last 2 years, we have helped pass 68 different election integrity bills in 30 states to protect the United States. 33 states, actually, to protect the United States, to ensure we have a safe election. This is why in this last election, you didn't hear much about Zuckerbucks and Zuckerbucks drop boxes, because we made sure we passed enough bills in enough states to stop the funneling of money from private interests into the election. And we are still fighting it. It's not going to change overnight. But we need to come together and fight for America. And as we walk around this Christmas season, and as we shop, and as we talk about the season of giving, what better than to give to protect America? Give a gift to the United States. We wouldn't be able to spend the money that we are spending buying presents this holiday season if we did not live in this incredible country we call home, the United States of America. We live in such abundance. It doesn't matter how poor we are. The poorest of the poor in the United States have electricity 24 hours a day, have running water 24 hours a day, have heating, have air conditioning, have a cell phone. Our poorest of the poor have a free cell phone from the government. What we consider poor in our country is how the ultra-rich live in the rest of the world, in 90% of the world. This is how blessed we are. And this is why it is worth fighting for America. America is worth fighting for. And that's why if we want to win this war against our enemies, if we want to win the war to preserve America against those who want to transform America, who want to destroy America, who want lawlessness in our streets, who want to destroy our police, we need to come together and give the gift to America. So remember America this year in your holiday giving. Support freedom-fighting organizations like ours because we are fighting for America. Look at it this way. As you buy presents for your friends and loved ones, as you throw a Christmas party, especially if you are a business, you're throwing a Christmas party for your employees, throw a gift to America to ensure America's freedom that allowed you to own this business, to start this business, to grow this business, to enjoy the freedom and celebrate it with your employees and all the wonderful things your business did this year. Give a gift to the United States. $500, like Brent said, we need 400 people giving $500 each, and we will be able to meet our goal before the end of the year. So we can be prepared, hitting the ground running in January. By the way, Brent, we have activists and chapters all over the country. We have over 1,200 chapters all over the country. We have activists in 3,075 counties in the United States out of 3,125 counties. So we practically have activists on the ground in the majority of counties in the United States. We are mobilizing, we are organizing, we're going to hit the ground running next year. We want to save America. We want to preserve America. We want to preserve our freedom. We want to preserve our judeo-Christian values. We want to preserve a judeo-Christian America. We want to preserve an America the way it was founded, in the image that our founding fathers envisioned when they imagined, when they dreamed of America. We are losing that America. And unless we come together and fight for her, we are going to lose her. Again, I appeal to your generosity. If this message resonates with you, this holiday season, this gift-giving season, which was kicked off by Giving Tuesday, we are here till the end of the month. Many organizations are raising funds, and many organizations are worthy of your support. But there is no other organization with our history, with the work that we do, and the track record that we do, fighting for America. You know, Brent, I always tell my donors, I want to be the best return on your nonprofit investment dollar. I want to be the best return on your nonprofit, on your investment dollar in the nonprofit world. So this is my pledge to you. When you stand with America, when you stand with Act for America, we want to show you how you are helping us make a difference for the United States. And the numbers say it all. Up to this date, Brent, we have helped pass 178 bills on the federal level and the state level to protect the country. Now, these are laws that already enacted, signed, bills that already signed and introduced and signed and passed by either Congress or in your local states nationwide. That's work that you can track, that you can prove. That's accountability. That's where we are transparent. That's where you see what your money is buying and where it's going. So thank you so much for supporting our work, because those of you who are watching us right now, I know many of you have stood with us in the past, and without your support and without your generosity, I would not be able to sit here and proudly share our victories with you, because you made those victories possible. And those of you who are listening, if you've never heard me before speak, if this is the first time you happen to be flipping TV channels and you stumble on my message, I encourage you to stand with us and help us achieve more victories and secure our country and secure our freedom and win against our enemy, the socialists, the Marxists, the communists who want to transform America. Go to actforamerica.org and stand with us today.
I'd like to go even further and say to our friends watching, businesses and individuals, there's a lot of great organizations out there. Sometimes they're only addressing the symptom. But the time has come in our country that we have to address the problem at the source. And this organization, actforamerica.org, does that in Washington, D.C., and boots on the ground all throughout the country. There's no other organization like Act for America, folks. It is said that, Brigitte, when the Titanic was going down, the musicians never stopped playing because they wanted to comfort the people. That's very admirable. It's a very good thing to do. But sometimes the enemy of the best is the good. It's a good thing to support organizations that address the results of this onslaught of our freedom. But the time has come, this year especially, I believe, Brigitte. I don't know that we'll have another Christmas like we can have this year with the freedoms that we can have. The time has come to address not the symptom, but the problem. And the problem is a socialist, communist agenda that you see, that even both parties can no longer deny. We've got to meet it head on. The best way to do that is not to pray for America, not to think about America or dream for America, but what, Brigitte?
That's right. We named the organization Act for America. Not think about America, not hope for America, not pray for America, not wish for America. You can do all that, and you should. Look, I'm a Christian. I pray for my country. I hope for my country. But without taking action, nothing happens. Act for America is the name of the organization. And Brent, when I came to this country, I remember 30 years ago, I immigrated to the United States in 1989. During the Christmas season, no matter what store I went to, everybody would say, Merry Christmas. And it was a wonderful time to watch America deteriorate before my very eyes, where stores would say, Happy Holidays. You know what? I'm insulted. I remember standing at a few years ago when they started the real assault on Christmas. I remember being at Target, and I remember buying Christmas presents, and I spent a lot of money buying Christmas presents. I spent like $700 worth of Christmas presents. And after the lady rang me and she gave me the receipt and she said, oh, happy holidays. Do you know, I stood there and I asked her to call the manager. She didn't know if there was a problem or not. She's like, oh, did I do anything? I said, no, I just need to speak to the manager. She thought everything's fine. She handed me my receipt. I called the manager to come, and right in front of the manager, I told him, I'm returning every single item I bought because I'm shopping for Christmas presents. I'm not shopping for happy holidays. And therefore, while you're standing here, I want you to watch your cashier ring back and refund every single item I bought, $700 worth, because you don't deserve my business. I'm taking my business somewhere where they say Merry Christmas. Now, this is action. This is not just talking, oh, I feel so hurt. I cannot believe they don't say Merry Christmas anymore. No, the time to complain to our friends is over. The time to complain about Christmas is under assault is over. Now is the time to take action. Now is the time to stand your ground. Now is the time when you go shopping and you buy something and the store tells you Happy Holidays. You need to say, I'm returning this gift to you because I'm shopping for Christmas. And if you do not want to tell me Merry Christmas, you don't deserve my business. And if you are too shy to do that, please support organizations like ours because we have no compunction doing that at any store, anytime. Not just me, all my staff, all our chapter leaders nationwide. We send this message throughout all our chapter members nationwide. And we want to make sure that companies who are refusing to say Merry Christmas, because look, President Trump is no longer at the White House. When President Trump was at the White House, everybody, all the Merry Christmas came back, and he pushed, he acknowledged Christmas. And he actually was a president who did not feel embarrassed to say Merry Christmas. But now we don't have President Trump in office. And right now, under this administration, people are like embarrassed to even tell you Merry Christmas. And this is why we are fighting for America. And this is why we are fighting to keep Christ in Christmas. And this is why we are fighting to say, no, we are a Judeo-Christian nation. And we do celebrate our holy holidays. And we celebrate the birth of Christ, not a green Christmas tree, but a Target or whatever you buy your Christmas tree from. So it is important to talk about these values. It is important to stand up for these values, because it's a slippery slope when we don't do anything about something and we think, well, I just do not want to create wave. I'm embarrassed. There's a long line behind me. Oh, by the way, when I returned all these Christmas items at Target, you should see the line behind me, because it's Christmas season. Everybody is shopping. But I was the example. I sent a message to not just the store manager, to not just the cashier, but everybody standing behind me to say, don't be shy to demand that they will tell you Merry Christmas. And do you know that I had few people in line literally clap and thank me for doing what I was doing. As the lady was ringing back all my items, people on the line were clapping, thank you. This is what happens when you stand with authority, when you speak with conviction, when you speak with passion, when you speak without shame about who you are, what made you great, the values that you have, the foundation that we have as a nation. And if this message, if what I'm saying is this type of leader resonates with you, please support us. We need your help. I need your help. My organization needs your help. And I will be so grateful for your support. And I vow to you that I will fight for this country, that we will fight for this country, and we will fight until our last breath, figuratively speaking. And if we have to give up our life, we will give up our life to fight for America. Right now, at least, we don't have to freeze in Valley Forge waiting to see if our flag is still waving. We can still fight on our keyboards, in our homes, as we go out, as we talk to our friends, and we can keep America safe, we can keep America great, and we can make sure America remains exceptional on the world stage. If this message resonates with you, please go to actforamerica.org and stand with us and support us this Christmas season. We value your support. We need your support. We are running a $200,000 shortfall. We're trying to raise it before the end of the year. If this message resonates with you, please go to actforamerica.org and make your most generous donation you can do. And if you are somebody with a foundation who is able to donate not just a number, but a lot of zeros next to it, we are a 501c3 organization. You can make a major donation. You can call me. You can email me to the website. I will personally give you a call, and I would be more than delighted to speak with you. We need your help, whether you are able to donate $10, $500, $5,000, or $50,000 or more. You know what? I'm going to put it out there just in case Elon Musk is watching, or some billionaire who's going to say, Brigitte, I'm sending you $500,000. And you know why I say that, by the way, Brandt? Because one year in 2016, we got an anonymous check for $500,000, $500,000 from an anonymous donor. To this day, I have no idea who this donor was, is, he, she. I couldn't even get their name to thank them. $500,000 donation. That's how we are able to mobilize and organize and grow and pass bills. So you know what? I'm going to throw it out. It's Christmas. Jesus is listening, If my message resonates with you and God put it on your heart to say, I'm going to stand with this organization in a major way, let this be an answer to prayer. And I'm going to thank God in advance for answering my prayer. So go to actforamerica.org. And I am so grateful for your support in any amount. Together we can make a difference.
And we are, and you are, Brigitte. I've seen someone, hand me a $25,000 check for Act for America personally, as well as giving $1,000 online during one of these live broadcasts on Facebook. So folks, Another fantastic show with the amazing Brigitte Gabrielle. Thank you again, Brigitte. I can't wait till next time for News You Can Act On.
Thank you. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States. Merry Christmas. Do you use a cell phone? Of course you do. You are probably watching me on one right now. Big Tech, who provides your service, takes a portion of their proceed, the money that you pay for your plan, and puts it right in the pocket of lefty radical organizations like Antifa and Planned Parenthood. If you have AT&T right now, you are basically funding CNN, who dumps on your values, your religion, your freedom, and everything you stand for. Conservative Americans are funding those who are waging war on their beliefs and their ideals. You need to check out Patriot Mobile, the only conservative Christian cell phone company in America that shares your values. They not only provide exceptional service, but they donate a portion of their profits to conservative organizations fighting for freedom, family values, the Second Amendment, freedom of speech, secure borders, and the list goes on and on. While many companies in America are caving to the woke left, Patriot Mobile doubles down on their strong stand for our values. I love them. I respect them. I know the owners personally. They are my friends, and I want all of you to check them out. Give your money to those who stand with you and support your values. You will get the same nationwide coverage and unlimited text and data, but at better prices. You can keep your phone and your cell phone number. You will be saving money and knowing that a portion of your bill is going directly to support causes you believe in. It is time to put our money where our values are. Stop funding the enemy and start supporting those who fund our fight to preserve America. Go to patriotmobile.com and use ACT to get a free activation.